Hi everyone, welcome back to AK Reacts. I'm Andrew, and today we have a very sad story to talk about here, which involves a shooting in Brooklyn that left a 7-month-old baby girl deceased. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what's going on with this sad story.
Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
And I'm Jessica Moore. The suspected gunman in yesterday's stray bullet shooting that killed a 7-month-old baby girl will face murder charges.
The baby's family is speaking out today as police continue to look for the remaining suspects seen driving the moped when the shots were fired. Allie Bauman was one of the first reporters on scene yesterday and today spoke with the baby's mother and grandmother. She is live for us in East Williamsburg. Allie.
Christine and Jess, that baby's grandmother opened her apartment door and collapsed in tears into my arms. Her family, she says, is forever changed.
Please, my little baby angel.
7-month-old Kaori Patterson-Moore was just starting to learn how to walk, her grandmother says, before her young life was cut short. Shot in the head by a stray bullet Wednesday afternoon while being pushed in a stroller with her mother and 2-year-old brother on Humboldt and Moore Streets in Brooklyn.
Words cannot explain how I feel. I don't know what to do. I can't eat. I can't sleep. This hit us at home. Like, you see this all around the world, and you never think that it will hit your doorstep right here.
Yeah, but it's hitting here because of all of these soft on crime policies that is being passed here in New York. And a lot of these guys are going into jail and walking out the very next day or even the same day, and with nothing, with no consequences for their actions. So they just feel more empowered to go ahead and do those same things over and over again. This is what happens when you go soft on crime. I hate to say the term, but this is the era of wokeness, and this is the result of that.
All around the world, and you never think that it will hit your doorstep right here.
Police say after 2 men on a scooter opened fire into a crowd, the family ran into a bodega for cover. There, Kaori's mother realized her baby had been.
And look at that. She just saw her baby with a gunshot wound right there, and she just started
into a bodega for
going
cover.
Crazy right there.
Kaori's mother realized.
I can't imagine what was running through her mind in this exact moment right here. It's even difficult to even think about. Can't even find the words.
Her baby had been hit.
Her dad, when he seen her in the stroller, he picked her up and ran with her to the hospital.
I spoke with the baby's grief-stricken mother on the phone.
She's gone. And I can't ever see her again. I can't smell her. I can't kiss her. I can't wake up and feed her bottle. I can't feed her. I can't dress her. Everything that I wanted to do with her, I can't do with her anymore.
After the shooting, police say the suspects took off and crashed their scooter into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, for what they did, should have ended. It's sad thing to say, but their life should have ended right there. Should have ended right in that scene right there. That's where it should have ended. That's just how I feel about it.
Traffic.
A 21-year-old male, Amari Green, the trigger puller, who is currently in the hospital, will be arrested and charged with murder and 2 counts of attempted murder.
Every single child in this city deserves to grow up.
Right here, this is one of the fools, this mayor right here, that pushed for all of this soft on crime thing, this soft on crime laws that they have here in New York. As I want to say America, but in the whole America is that with this soft on crime angle that they're going with here in New York. That's, this is setting us back. A lot of people don't like him right now, what Giuliani and even Bloomberg did in their eras. This is setting us back, to be honest.
Free from the threat of gun violence.
Kaori's grandparents, both pastors, told me they forgive the gunman.
We forgive them. We praying that they get saved.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I could forgive shit. I don't think I could forgive them at all. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Forgive. Let God be the judge and the jury and all that. Nah. It's not gonna happen.
And God just have mercy on them and help them.
Nope. Hope they burn in hell. Hope they burn in hell for what they did to a 7 month old. Nah.
Police are investigating if the baby's father may have been the intended target. The police commissioner says they have identified the second suspect they're looking for, but at this time are not releasing his name. Anyone with information is urged to call the NYPD. In East Williamsburg, Brooklyn, Allie Bauman, CBS News, New York.
7 months old Allie, so senseless. Thank you for the update.
Yes. Very sad situation. Gang violence is on the up and up. I mean, it's been going up, and this is the result of that. I remember there was a time when stop and frisk was around, and the shooting, at least in my neighborhood where I lived in Brooklyn, went down. And once they got rid of that, it started going back up, because now no one wasn't afraid to come out with their guns anymore. They wasn't afraid that they was going to get stop and frisk, so they started just walking around with their guns again. And bef- it had a significant dip during stop and frisk. And I know a lot of people is not going to agree with me about stop and frisk, but it did help when it came to the gun violence. Even though they keep claiming, well, it's going after black people, is profiling. Well, the law itself is profiling. That's what they do. It's based on profile. So, let's go ahead. But there's more to this story that I've been hearing, because I know the first time I heard about this story, I heard that they were after the father, but I can't find any other report except for the initial one that say that they may have been going after the father. But then I found this one from the Daily News here, and this is a Yahoo News, which is have the article from the Daily News, and right here it says gunman accused of killing a 7-month-old girl during a botched Brooklyn gang hit confessed that he was aiming at the baby's father when he pulled the trigger, a claim that the child's mother defiantly denied in an interview with the Daily News Saturday, which I believe that was yesterday. In a recorded statement to detectives, alleged shooter Amari Green said he was aiming at the little girl's father, and that the father was the defendant's intended target. Documents released in Brooklyn criminal court revealed. But the mom slammed the allegation, which is the little girl's mom. She slammed the allegations, claiming that her fiance had nothing to do with their baby's death. Of course. I mean, if it's true, this is all alleged at this moment. But if it's true, of course she's going to defend her fiance. Whether she maybe she doesn't know, or maybe even if she does know that he's involved in gang activity, she's not going to admit to that her fiance is the reason, or them going after him, which is the reason why her baby girl is no longer here. So of course she's going to defiantly deny that. Okay. She said, and then in I quote, she says, "No, he was not the target." She told the news when I'm sorry, I'm reading it all wrong. No, he was not the target. That's not what it was. Everybody keeps saying that they came outside to target my fiance. But he had nothing to do with it. Now, if everybody's saying that, they must know something either you know or you're denying that you do know of. So it's something they know, and you may not know about it, but they're saying this for a reason. And you probably do know, but I heard both your parents are pastors, so you probably don't want to admit to this, that your fiance and the father of your now deceased child is involved in gang activities, because this was a gang, from what they're saying, gang violence here. And so she's vehemently denying that her fiance is involved in this. Says then she also said even the little girl's father, who isn't being named by the papers because he hasn't been accused of a crime, thinks he's partially responsible for his child's death. Moore said. So come on, even he, you probably do know something, but you're not saying it. Now he's blaming himself for what happened to our daughter, and it's not his fault, Moore said. They could have been aiming at anybody. I don't know. I have no. If everyone is saying it, there must be some sort of truth behind that, or let me say must. They got to, it has to be coming from somewhere. And then you have one of the shooters who's actually saying, well, I don't know, should I say alleged, because he actually admitted that he pulled the trigger and that he was aiming at the father. So that's him saying he's guilty in my book, in my eyes. So he's basically admitting that he was aiming for the father, but no, I don't care what anybody says. It's not true. He could have been aiming at anybody. They could have been aiming at anybody. Well, there he goes. The killer himself is saying that. He's saying that that's where he was aiming at your fiance. So she said he doesn't want to talk. The mother said her fiance was not up for talking to the press. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. Moore said, "Yeah." So, and take it what you will, but yeah, I think there's more to the story, and I think there is maybe some sort of truth where everyone is saying, including the killer, that they were after him. I'm assuming he is in a rival gang. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think about this, because I certainly think that maybe we should bring back stop and frisk, or maybe we should just call Giuliani and all that. You guys in New York hate him right now, but maybe we should just bring him back to clean up all of this gang violence the way he did with the mafia. So hey, that's just my thinking. But we need to get a hold on this and get rid of these soft on crime policies that we have here in New York. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate saying that at the end of a video like this.